Once upon a time, in a cozy little village nestled right at the edge of a great green forest, lived a girl named Ella. Ella was special. She was full of curiosity and had a heart as kind as a warm summer day. She loved exploring more than anything, always asking questions and trying to learn about the big, beautiful world around her. Every day she would wander just a little bit farther from home than the day before, her head filled with dreams of magical adventures. One bright and sunny morning, Ella felt a pull towards the forest stronger than ever before. She decided today was the day she would explore deeper than she had ever dared to go. She packed a small bag with a piece of bread, a bottle of fresh water, and her most prized possession, her favorite notebook and pencil, ready to sketch and take notes on all the new things she would surely discover. As she stepped under the canopy of the forest, it was like entering another world. The sunlight filtered through the leaves of the tall, ancient trees, creating dancing patterns of light and shadow on the mossy ground. The air was sweet with the scent of wildflowers, and the gentle sound of birds singing filled the air like a soft melody. Ella walked along a winding, earthy path, her eyes wide with wonder. Suddenly, she stopped. She saw something she had never seen before, a tiny fairy, no bigger than her thumb, sitting on a sparkling red and white mushroom. But the fairy wasn't smiling. She looked very worried. "Hello," Ella said gently, not wanting to frighten the little creature. "Why do you look so sad?" The fairy fluttered her delicate, see-through wings. "I've lost my magic wand," she whispered, her voice like the chime of a tiny bell. "Without it, I can't help the forest bloom and shine. All the magic is fading." Ella's eyes widened with excitement and concern. This was a real adventure. "I'll help you find it," she exclaimed, her heart full of determination. She didn't have a clue where to begin looking, but she knew that with patience and a little bit of kindness, she could help her new friend. The fairy, whose name was Lily, was so grateful. She led Ella towards a small, sparkling stream that gurgled and flowed through the trees. "My wand must have fallen somewhere near here," Lily said, pointing a tiny finger towards the water. "I was gathering dewdrops this morning." Ella knelt down and carefully looked along the bank. She noticed smooth, flat stones that glimmered like tiny jewels under the clear water. Reaching down, she picked up a shiny, heart-shaped pebble. "Not this one," she said, showing it to Lily with a smile, "but it's beautiful. Maybe we'll find the wand nearby." As they continued their search, a rustling in the bushes caught their attention. A clever fox with bright golden eyes and a bushy tail poked his head out. He wasn't scary at all. He looked very intelligent. "I heard you're looking for something important," said the fox. "I can help you. I know this forest like the back of my paw." He guided them through hidden paths that Ella had never seen before, leading them under arches made of flowering vines and across small, sturdy wooden bridges that crossed over bubbling streams. Ella was thrilled. She thanked the fox and quickly wrote down notes in her notebook about the secret trails and the friendly fox she had met. Soon, their journey brought them to a magnificent, tall oak tree with a large, hollow trunk. It looked ancient and wise. "I think someone or something passed through here," Lily the fairy said, her tiny nose twitching. Peeking inside the hollow, they found a soft, cozy nest filled with sparkling, iridescent feathers. Ella picked one up gently. It glittered in the light in a very familiar way, reminding her of the magic she had seen on Lily's mushroom. "We're getting closer," she whispered to Lily, a feeling of excitement bubbling up inside her. Just then, a wise old owl with huge round eyes swooped down silently from a high branch. "Hoo-hoo," he said in a deep, gentle voice. "I know where the wand might be. But to find it, you must follow the path of glowing flowers. They will light your way." Ella and Lily thanked the wise owl for his guidance. As the sun began to set, they started to follow the trail he mentioned. Just as he'd said, a path of small bell-shaped flowers began to glow with a soft, ethereal light, illuminating their way as evening approached. They walked past shimmering waterfalls that sounded like music, hopped over mossy stepping stones in a babbling brook, and walked through fields of tall, sparkling grass that tickled Ella's knees. It felt like she was walking through a dream. Finally, the glowing path led them to a hidden cave behind a curtain of ivy. A soft, warm light spilled from its entrance. Cautiously, they stepped inside, and there it was. In the center of the cave, resting on a small pedestal of smooth stone, was the fairy's wand. It sparkled with all the colors of the rainbow, pulsing with gentle magic. Lily the fairy gasped and fluttered happily. "You found it. You found it. Thank you, Ella," she cried, giving Ella a tiny, heartfelt hug on her cheek. Ella smiled, her heart swelling with pride and happiness. She had helped her friend and saved the forest's magic. Lily took her wand, and with a graceful wave, the cave lit up with thousands of magical sparkles that danced and swirled all around them. Outside, the flowers began to bloom even more brightly, and the trees seemed to rustle and sway in celebration. But as true night fell, the forest was alive with a soft, magical glow. Lily led Ella to a soft patch of moss under a big, friendly tree. "Rest here," she said softly. "You've earned it. Tomorrow, the forest will have even more wonders for you to see." Ella lay down, pulling her little bag close. She watched the stars begin to twinkle in the dark sky above, feeling perfectly peaceful and incredibly happy. The next morning, the sun woke Ella with its warm rays. She waved a fond goodbye to her new friends Lily the fairy, the clever fox, and the wise owl. With a promise to return soon, she started on the path back to her village. She knew she would come back to the Forest of Wonders many, many times, because she now knew that magical adventures and new friends awaited her at every turn, and even though she was back in her familiar home, she could still see the sparkle of the fairy's wand in her mind. It was a beautiful reminder that kindness, curiosity, and a little bit of courage can make even the smallest person a hero. From that day on, Ella explored the forest often. She helped its creatures whenever they were in need, learned new secrets about the plants and animals, and wrote everything down in her ever-growing notebook. The villagers would sometimes ask her about her adventures, and she would smile a secret smile, knowing that some magic is meant to be shared with stories, and some is meant to be kept safe in your heart. And so Ella's days were filled with laughter, discovery, and a little bit of magic, because she had learned that with a kind heart and a curious mind, even a small girl can make a very big difference in the world.